Irving.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from New Orleans as the Pelicans go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. Miles Turner in action tonight. 11th pick in the 2015 draft. Hard to believe he fell out of the top 10 given how well he's played in his young career. Just what makes him one of the top young big men in the league, Jet?
Well, he's very mobile for a player of his height. I mean, this guy's mobile, agile, and versatile. He's got all the tiles.
Coming to you live on 2K Sports, it's time for NBA action. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the Lakers, they took the win in their last game against the Houston Rockets. It was just a textbook performance. That game was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. It's early, of course, but Brent, for teams that have a number of new players, maybe even a new coach, what's an average timeline for developing a winning chemistry?
I think if you look at, Kevin, the way we've talked for so many years about 20 games into the season, with this much change, you might have to look at half of a season, because there could be some injuries, there could be some scheduling snafus that make it difficult for you. But half of a year, new coach, new players, 41 games seems to be about right in assessing whether or not this team's going to put something special together for the season.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Turner. Then there's Kawhi Leonard.
That's the kind of leadership that AD provides for this Pelican team, showing he has no problem getting whacked if it means a trip to the free throw stripe. Sounds weird to say, but a guy 7 feet tall like Anthony Davis could be considered an out-of-nowhere superstar. In high school, he was a skinny kid on the bench, not like he's big now. But until an 8-inch growth spurt changed everything. That's why he's got those point guard skills.
James, no good. Holiday with it. Over in the corner, Green. And a miss there on the triple. And Davis wasn't on the recruiting radar really until his senior year of high school.
I really cannot believe that, especially after watching the 1 year in Kentucky, winning a national championship, the most outstanding player of the tournament, the #1 pick, grabbing a gold medal. I mean, the scouts are out there, right?
James against Holiday. Pass to Davis. Outside Holiday. Here's Cousins, and the rejection by James.
Wow, LeBron throwing that one away hard. There's a message behind that block.
From deep, it's good from long range. James has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Drills the elbow jumper.
Well, the D was there, but the offense was better. Drew Holiday knocks down the jumper.
just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Nobody near Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the wide open shot from Green. Off target with his three.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
There's the pick. From deep, George. Unable to get that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easy.
Well, they not only had the right strategy, but they were very exact in their execution. And when the coach is calling the right plays, everything just looks seamless.
Now Harris. Paul George missing from long range. Now James. A 26-point game for him in the win against Houston.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
Now here's Leonard. Launches it. LeBron with another miss.
Got to get out of his compass and just try to find himself right now and get himself going.
To the paint. Here's Cousins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
You like the passion and energy that Cousins plays with. As long as it's in control, he goes hard at it every game.
Back to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. From past the arc. James with another miss.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Harris gets to Holiday. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holiday's got 5.
Well, gorgeous outside jumper from the former UCLA Bruin. He can get hot from the three-point line if you give him room like that.
The drive by James. George with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. He's got 5.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Holiday, the pass to Cousins. Over in the corner, Green. Davis sets a screen. Off the pick. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Now here's LeBron. Turner with the screen. There's the screen. And here's George for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And there's never been any question about George's three-point range. He just goes through stretches where he knocks down the 3 at a ridiculous rate.
Outside for Davis. Outside, Green. No one near him. Again, the miss by Green. Lakers leading by 3. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul.
Lakers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. The first one falls. And Kawhi Leonard, just the second perimeter player in league history to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards.
And he joined, of course, the great Milwaukee Buck, Sidney Moncrief, in doing that. And it's an award that we know usually goes to a big man who's down there protecting the rim and shoring up any defense. Kawhi Leonard does it everywhere on the floor, and it's amazing to watch opposing offenses try to strategize against where it is Kawhi Leonard might be defensively.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Kicks it out to James. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Dishes it to Harris. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. Holiday dishes to Davis. Screen by Cousins. And that's going to be a travel.
And how about the numbers here for Drew Holiday? Last year, getting it done. Put up about 12 points a game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he's in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Outside Leonard. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
High percentage look for Kawhi there. He's developed such good touch inside. That one's automatic.
McConnell kicks to Mirotic. That's to Diallo. Using his post move to get the 2 points. Diallo's got his first points of the night.
He's just so aggressive on that move. You have to come over fast and hard to stop him.
George against Moore. Right side George. Robinson passes to Leonard. And it's Etuan Moore with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
There's a screen. There's a screen by Robinson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
McConnell kicks to Moore. Screen by Jones. Mirotic, a screen on George. Shot clock at 5. And there's Mirotic on the assist from Moore. Mirotic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Leonard on the wing. 1:53 left here in the first quarter. And stolen by Mirotic. Now, here's McConnell. He had 13 points in the win against Washington.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. It's hauled in by Dunn. The Lakers trail. Outside Leonard takes the 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. 1:03 left to play here in the first. The shot, no good. 19 that time from Leonard. Tries to snap the cold streak, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
He's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
Leonard hits them both.
Kawhi Leonard reminds you of the way that people talked about defensive backs that can lock down great receivers in football. So suffocating, takes elite scorers completely out of positions on the floor where they like to be effective.
Jones, the pass to Diallo. Screen by Jones. McConnell. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Leonard draws the double, and it's good for 2. Leonard's got 8 points.
And that's one of Leonard's go-to moves, navigating through the traffic, draining the highly contested shot.
Mirotic, the screen. Takes a three. That shot off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. Right back after this break. And we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not
putting all the pressure on me to.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
And off we go at post-game, now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their deep.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
We've got T.J. McConnell, Diallo out there with Jones, and there's Etuan Moore, and it's Mirotic in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Hart. Kicks it to Robinson. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Mirotic grabs the miss. Green, he's checked in for Diallo. New Orleans has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They are 4 for 9. Screen by Jones. Moore dishes to Mirotic. Jones sets the pick for Mirotic. Shoots from the line, and he overshot that one, missing.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling, exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
Hart, no good. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist from Moore. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Look how active Moore is being on offense, especially watching him share the basketball on that play.
And here is Dunn. Hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Green. And again, no good by the Lakers. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. New Orleans making some changes here. So Marcus Cousins comes in for Jones. And it's Anthony Davis in for Mirotic. And then for Los Angeles, LeBron's checked in for Leonard. And Trey Burke subbed in for Hart. Now, here's McConnell. Burke covering. Over in the corner, Cousins. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Yeah, it's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Drew Holiday's checked in for the Pelicans. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop your best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency. One of the best two-way players in the game. Here's Davis. Robinson with the block. LeBron drives in, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too. Hey, Brent, it's been said before that champions have no off-season. Thinking about that, what's your take on the balance between resting your body after a long year versus really pushing the strength and conditioning that could take you to another level the next year?
Well, I could throw it back at you, Kevin, and ask you about as you get older and your body changes, you have to do different things, right?
And more, yeah.
Right. So in your younger years, if you don't make the playoffs or in the playoffs, maybe to take 1 month off and get right back into the gym, your body's ready to do that. And then 2, take a player that's 10 years down the road. There's no reason for you to push your body. You could be a little more specialized and be a little more efficient in terms of what you do in the off season to get ready for what a training camp represents, and then of course the upcoming season.
And George kicks to LeBron. Back to George. Lakers passing it around. Here's the screen. Here's Burke. Good, and the assist goes to James. Burke's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pelicans trail by 3. Screen by Cousins. Holiday, the pass to Cousins. On the wing, Harris. Off the pick. Will not go. This is off the front iron. LA's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the off season, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
Here's Davis. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
That's an impossible shot to guard, Kevin. Davis got the ball and just rises up for the jumper there. The D has to be frustrated.
Right side, George. He tries for 3, and another 3 for the Lakers. And as a player, Brent, what are those things that you did and LeBron does to speed recovery?
Well, cheeseburgers didn't help Kevin, but his workout regime, in terms of what he does with the weight training, the yoga, the hyperbaric chambers in there to calm his body down, slow the blood flow, doing the things he does while at altitude, traveling on planes. I mean, it's quite fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James does it to play at this level every night.
First one falls for him. Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, he need have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
Well, he's got both height and length, and that time showed them both.
And here's Green outside. A shot off that time, and the Lakers take it the other way.
It's a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
James in the post. He's against Green. James, no good. Pelicans trail by 5. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
Yeah, and a 4-game season series between these two. Both will be looking to set the tone tonight.
And let's hope for a heated matchup in this first game between them, because a close one tonight ensures we'll have 3 more good games down the road.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Pelicans.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
There's the pick. A baseline J, and James gets it to go. LeBron's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that's a good-looking stroke right there from LBJ.
And Holiday kicks to Green. The feed to Cousins. Outside Holiday. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, that one definitely set up by the screen. Holiday got a nice clean look at the rim.
James dishes to Leonard. James sets the screen for Leonard. LeBron outside. Launches a 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one. Pelicans trail by 5. Outside Holiday. Green, the pass to Cousins. Davis with a screen on LeBron. The drive by Green. Basket counts.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
Leonard kicks to LeBron. Back to Leonard. Shoots over Cousins. The pass to Burke. Off target from outside. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Buries the long-range jumper.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
James dishes to Dunn. Feeds to Leonard. They set the pick. The 3 from George. Nice. 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Hey, Brady, you and I were talking about the toughest players in the league just a minute ago. It's easy to go right to physical attributes, but let's shift it. And who are some of the toughest guys mentally in the game now?
Well, those guys who are thinking out there on the floor, not only about what they have to do, Kevin, but getting their guys lined up and into right spots. I think that Marc Gasol does an incredible job of that in Memphis, especially as the center, knowing all the coverages, backing up the line of defense on pick and rolls, rebounding, outletting, scoring. That's a lot of work for a big guy. And the elite guys that we could talk about, Kev, Chris Paul and LeBron James. I mean, how good are those guys when it comes down to making sure that things are communicated between the coach and that all 5 guys know their responsibilities on the floor?
Yeah, but if it can come from the back end, like you said with Gasol, what about a guy like DeAndre Jordan, who I think has really tried to improve that part of his game?
I think there's a lot more appreciation for how much DeAndre Jordan does, especially the way that he contributed to the USA team.
LeBron passes to Robinson. There's a screen by Robinson. Shot off the pick. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. You just can't buy a bucket right now.
Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. 4th, LeBron James.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Dunn kicks to LeBron. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Good D by Jones.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
With some arc, no good from Moore. The Lakers shooting not great, 40% for the game. George dishes to Robinson. Beyond the arc, and LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Robinson. 18 points for LeBron.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
And Moore kicks to McConnell. Screen by Jones. From deep. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's LeBron.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following him.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, their ball movement was phenomenal. Now, they're in good position to win this game, in large in part because of those assists. And this is the thing, Ernie. When you win as a team, you feel better about everything that happens.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, their perimeter defense has fallen apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, you know, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
And now, folks, just a moment.
As we return to New Orleans, a look at some of the buildings along the riverfront here in the Big Easy. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting under. The Lakers in the lead. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. LeBron James is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Dunn, and there's Miles Turner, and it's George in a 2-guard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
New Orleans has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Davis sets a screen. Harris with it. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Dunn kicks to Turner. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to George. From deep. And Davis pulls it down. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. He feeds it to Green. Cousins with a screen on Turner. Green, the screen. And Turner with the block. And he's able to get it back. The Lakers with the ball. Dunn passes to George. 90 seconds now into the second half. Outside Turner from outside the arc. Rebound by Jeff Green. The Pelicans shooting 43% from the field. They get it again. Can't connect from short range.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And it's George finishing it off.
And such a good feel for the game. Kawhi knows exactly what this offense is trying to accomplish and acts as a willing facilitator.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The fadeaway. Gets a hand on it. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Outside Leonard. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor, wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
Down low, Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And it's Davis missing.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brent, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly. During the pre-draft process, did they measure your max vertical?
They did, Kevin. At the Chicago pre-draft camp, you run through a series of tests there. Your conditioning, how your CO2 gets kicked out. They put this mask on you and check your stamina. There's a bunch of doctors in there poking and prodding. I won't go into detail about that.
Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all. James with it, picked up by Davis. Cousins against James. Shot clock at 5. Comes up empty down low. Pelicans trail by 5. That's good from Davis on the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
When a physical specimen like Anthony Davis gets room near the basket, you have to get him the rock every single time. Great recognition there.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And a look here at the shot chart for the Lakers.
Well, just look at the cluster in the middle of the paint. That right there tells you all you need to know about how they have built the lead they have. They are playing with more intensity on the offensive side of the ball, and it's the difference in the game right now. You have to love how they've approached this matchup.
Green left side. Davis against James. Left side, Davis. He gets hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And stolen by Cousins. Outside Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Dunn. On the wing, Harris. Down low, 4 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And a moment here now to see the numbers for LeBron James. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, he averaged 25 points per, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
I love it when guys tap back into that gift. All these guys at some point were that kind of player in their career. Fun to see it show up here.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Mirotic is checked in for Green. Etuan Moore comes in for Harris. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Drew Holiday. And that one drops for him.
Making it look pretty effortless right now. LeBron James in a rhythm.
McConnell kicks to Mirotic. Cousins with a screen for Mirotic. Dish now to Cousins. Back to Mirotic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Myles Turner, and he makes the first.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Diallo's checked in, and then for Los Angeles. Robinson's checked in for Myles Turner, and it's Burke in for Chris Dunn. Burke kicks to Leonard. There's a good screen. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And just another area where Kawhi continues to improve. One of the better free throw shooters in the league now, especially at the small forward spot.
The first one falls. Terrence Jones is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Leonard hits them both. And so here is New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. Screen by Jones. Moore inside, defended by George. And again, no good by New Orleans. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Leonard, and it's blocked. Now McConnell. Heritage has a wide open look. Great look, but off the mark.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, it came up short. Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
McConnell kicks to Diallo. Here's Mirotic. Bangs home the trifecta. Mirotic has got 5 points in the quarter.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
He's checked in for Los Angeles. With the break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. The Pelicans 4.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Moore against George. Lakers passing it around, and it's blocked by Mirotic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for New Orleans. New Orleans has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Now, here's McConnell. He kicks to Cousins. With a tie, and stolen by Burke. And George, here we go, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. George has got 17 now. Here's Moore, looking for his first basket still in this one. Pass to McConnell. Screen by Cousins. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Robinson. 6 to shoot. Mirotic the screen. Here's McConnell. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. George, no good on the free throw.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Got a piece of it. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And George with this stuff.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another unleashed chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. And they double up Cousins. Takes the 3. The shot that time, not on target. And the Lakers going the other way now. Burke kicks to Robinson. Here's Hart. Looking for his first basket still in this one. The 3 from George. George missing again.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing the second half in the mud.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. First free throw is good.
And Moore, as an efficient scorer out here, plays well within himself on the offensive end.
Miller's checked in for George. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Burke. Pass to Hart. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Moore.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
The pass to Diallo. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered closely. Robinson with the block. Burke with it. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And that one falls for Burke. And the Lakers making a change here. Dunn's checked in. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Pelicans trail by 5. McConnell kicks to Moore. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Moore's got 5 points now this quarter.
Moore is a quality three-point shooter, so you've got to D him up, especially when he's behind the arc.
17 seconds left to play in the third. There's the pick. Just 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trade.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Guys, we got to be more solid, okay?
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Pelicans trail by 5. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Diallo. Then there's Etuan Moore. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Mirotic in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. This is to Dunn. There's a screen by Robinson. Dunn passes to Robinson. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And gets physical on the boards and just really pays for it with the over-the-back call.
Well, he gets blocked out is what happens. Good fundamentals taking advantage of the over-aggression on that play.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Green, he's checked in for Diallo. Harris comes in for Etuan Moore. And it's Drew Holiday in for T.J. McConnell. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
On the wing, James. Shot clock at 6. Robinson a screen on Green. LeBron kicks to Dunn. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight.
LBJ terrific when it comes to moving the ball. He has a strong sense for when his teammates are open and then when to deliver.
Pelicans trail by 8. And there's the feed to Holiday. Mirotic the screen. Swiped away. Dunn with it. Harris is there. Burke kicks to James. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And the Lakers get it back. Second chance effort. Right wing goes up again. And the Lakers take out 2 more. The Pelicans shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Harris kicks to Holiday. Outside, Green. Cousins dishes to Green. Mirotic sets the screen for Green. Fades away. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. James against Green. James outside. And LeBron throws it down.
so many years, and the body's still holding up for LeBron James. Wow.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
New Orleans making a switch here. Davis is checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Turner comes in for Robinson, and it's Leonard in for Dunn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Alvin Gentry told his team during the break. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
Harris against Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Pelicans trail by 12. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Cousins, the pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Fade away. Got a piece of it, but he gets it back. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Lakers leading by 12. Now Burke. He dishes it to Leonard. LeBron outside. Back to Leonard. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Cousins. Outside Holiday. Kicks it to Davis. Harris against Leonard. Harris outside. Screen by Cousins. Fires from deep. Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Harris.
You just can't allow good looks like that from beyond the arc. That's just inviting all kinds of trouble.
And the dunk by James.
LeBron James, here's the report, Kevin, still athletic.
Now here is Holiday. Burke covering. Davis sets a screen. Now here's Cousins. Here's Harris. Harris missing again. Lakers leading by 11. Knocked away. Kicks it out to Leonard. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Holiday with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Feeds it to Leonard. It's stolen by Davis. Outside Holiday. Sinks the triple. Holiday's got it back down to single digits for New Orleans.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Leonard against Harris. Leonard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Here's Holiday. Passes it to Davis. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Commendable defense on that one, but it doesn't affect AD in the least.
Timeout called the Lakers. And Drew Holiday is 6'4", maybe Brett closer to 6'5" in shoes. Huge for the point guard position.
Well, that size helps him out a lot defensively, especially when he uses his hands as well as he does. Now, most of the point guards in the league, Kevin, are good defensively at tipping passes and predicting plays. Drew Holiday has all of the physical sets to be a more dominant defender at that position.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Paul George, he's checked in for the Lakers. Outside Turner. Green against Leonard. He feeds it to George. Clock at 6. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role player, they sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy. Whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin. And how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic of the rest of the team surrounding that player, create a great positive environment around your star.
Pelicans trail by 12. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Tipped away. Lob pass to George. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop.
For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Harris dishes to Cousins. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Cousins has got 10 points in just the second half. Lakers leading by 12. James, the pass to Leonard. No good with the triple.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Holiday dishes to Davis. Harris against George. Back to Davis. Green, the screen. Up off the screen. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Well, you can see that AD was trying to bait the defense into jumping first. He wisely gets the contact and marches himself straight to the foul line.
And he can't get the first one. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Robinson's checked in for Miles Turner. Darius Miller comes in for Leonard. Hart, he's checked in for George. And it's Burke in for LeBron.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Here's Robinson. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that. And the Lakers lead by 13. There's 1:40 left in the fourth. They swipe it. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And with time becoming a factor, that may do it, guys.
Well, leads are not given. They are earned. Playing with desire and attention to detail all night.
That one goes. Count it.
Enjoy that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him. And here is Los Angeles now. Miller outside. Robinson against Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Hart. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Lakers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for George.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Now, here's McConnell. He's guarded closely. The teardrop falls in.
And finally, hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Up top, Burke. He's covered by McConnell. And that one's good. Burke.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Now, the team came in fired up from the opening tip to see the focus. They're ready to do battle.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where is your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much.